Here we go. I'm ready. 10:42 in the heart of the Riverbend on this 16th day of December. Right in front of me is the food safety expert herself. Linda Petterson joins me now because we're getting ready. I thought, we could go on and throw the graphic up right away, but that's not fun. I like to tease a little bit of stuff.
We like teasers.
I'm telling you, Linda, you are with Safe Food Specialist. You have a daily or a monthly newsletter that goes out now that I read last month when you were on for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
A lot of helpful hits for people. Not everybody wants to read, right? They like to listen.
That's true.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to teach them by listening and do some examples of things.
I'm excited. We're going to have fun on this.
Yes, I think so too.
This is all about, food safety, the food industry as a whole, and there's nobody better really than you to talk about this.
Well, I can disagree with that a little bit. We have those experts in every Madison County, Jersey County health departments.
That's true.
They know their stuff better than I do, but they teach me.
Yep.
And you keep reading, right? You always keep adding knowledge, and that's so important.
Well, and too, before we get into any of the ins and outs stuff, I think it's cool to set the page and let people know a little bit about who you are. You have been involved in a lot of the food service industry, all of it pretty much. You've always been involved in it, haven't you?
Well, since 1968, I'll say the number.
Who's counting?
I know. Dog and Suds in Wood River. That's where I started as far as being a car hop.
Wow.
I know, real long time ago. And it was a lot of fun, and God knows, I had no idea I end up here talking about food safety, So it's kind of interesting. There is a journey, and if you come take my class coming up on January 9th, which you are.
I am, and guess where it's at? Our favorite place.
Johnson's Corner.
I love
we
it.
do. Jimmy and Kathy, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where it started, and I will give you more of a synopsis, but I started there, went to college, got a degree in psychology, which made me a wonderful bartender. And honest to God, I probably love that job more than anything I've ever done. I met a lot of neat people through my career. I've worked at little dives, and that's a popular word now, dive bar.
I'm telling you, it's funny because that used to be an insult, but now people love it. And I'm a big dive bar guy myself. I love the hole in the wall.
Oh, we got lots of hole in the walls around here, so we could talk about
We can.
And, just from there, continued my education, worked in my master's a little bit, but still stayed in this industry of hospitality.
Right.
Finally got away from it. I did a little stint in Vegas for a while, but came back and got married and got involved in selling cleaning chemicals to the towboat industry for 30 years.
Wow.
So that taught me a lot of business knowledge, and not to mention the crew on the river is quite a crew.
They are.
Yeah.
That's a family.
Yeah. I really did appreciate them. And I still do sell some, by the way. It's not totally done. But this has become my passion in my old age.
Well, and too, what's so neat about this is you were teaching so many restaurant owners and food manager class. Heck, every restaurant in Madison County, a lot of them go through you to obtain these certifications.
Now they certainly do. I've been doing this 5.5 years, so I've gotten around, and I've got a reputation. And thank God it's a good one this time, right? No, just kidding. But I've done a lot of the restaurants, and we're going to talk about some of these places that come to my classes because I want to promote them because they're taking food safety very seriously. And the public needs to know this.
They do. And so many times, I think Kitchen Nightmares ruined a lot of people from eating out. They heard Gordon Ramsay and he's going, this is 3 days old. And you're going, man, what else is 3 days old? But what's so cool about this is you're right. We have so many restaurants in the area that are really taking this seriously. They go through your classes, and you're providing us, honestly, with a lot of peace of mind from behind the scenes that we don't even realize.
I hope so. It's changed my outlook when I go out to eat, that's for sure. Like we talked last time, just look around.
Right.
Just look around. It tells you a big story. So, but, to mention some of these people that have been in my classes each month, last month, we had the gumbo to go in my class. Good. Yes, I understand they were on your program. And I've been there and I had their food, and it's very, very good. And they're hard workers, and they're excited about being in our community.
That's fantastic. And you know what we'll do? Why don't we do this? I want you to tease who was on your in your class, and then what we're going to do is take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk about some food and health safety reports and some things like that, right?
Yes.
We're learning together here because Linda and I have the same personality. So when I did this show, guys, just for all of you to kind of set the table, Sophia, picture this. I go through and John and I are talking about maybe getting some people on that have expertise in certain fields. And I started going through the list and bankers and all, and they're boring. A lot of them are kind of boring, you know. And I saw Linda and all of a sudden we connected. And it's two personalities that are kind of the same, but maybe just a little bit different in age, you know.
Yeah, like 24 and whatever.
It depends. If you ask a lot of people, they think I'm 6, but that's okay. So what are we going to be talking about today when we come back from our break?
Well, we're going to talk about holiday baking, of course, and right now that's what everybody's, doing a lot of. And I also like to mention some USDA recalls.
Ooh.
This is very important that people need to pay attention to when they're buying from the local grocery stores. And then, of course, as far as a public business, a restaurant, their salesman is supposed to keep them abreast of all the recalls. However, people are human beings. So you need to tend to your own business and keep an eye on the recalls. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then might mention a little bit, in the last class, I had Gumbo to Go. I had the new owners of the barbecue cabin in Delhi, Steve.
I heard they are kicking butt and taking names.
I heard that too. We need to go have lunch there one day soon.
Dude, that would be fun.
Yeah. And then, of course, Ralph Smith. My buddy for many years bought Chef's Bob. He was back in the class. He took it from me 5 years ago.
Wow.
Then, of course, we had Eric Smith from DeCarrios.
Oh, yeah.
Was in the class.
Carlos is great.
And the new owner, or not the owner, the city owns it, but the person running it for Alton Marina, since my buddy Miss Karen's leaving.
And that is Honky, isn't that?
Rob.
Rob's a great guy, and he's the best to lead that charge after Karen, I think.
I think he's going to do a hell of a job, and he's a master barbecuer.
Yes, he is.
So he took this class too and did quite well and helped Steve out a little bit. So that's what I like about my classes too. Not only you learning something about food safety, but you're learning about the other businesses in our community. And I encourage my students to go visit everybody who's been in it because they know they've been taught food safety, right?
Right. And that's the thing. And too, I just love it. It hits everything that we need to know about the restaurants, where to go, who's doing the right things, who is taking care of us, and to keep us up to date on things that we don't see. Like you said, some of those recalls we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
All of that and more in about 1 minute or so after we take a quick break in downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganass Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganass Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganass Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Getting better at this, I promise. We had to get that graphic out there. And Linda Petterson, Food for Thought, a brand new segment because every month you have the opportunity to pick up one of Linda's amazing newsletters. And this time it's about holiday baking.
Yeah, don't eat that cookie dough.
Oh, come on, but it's so good.
You know what? I remember as a kid, the beaters.
Yes.
You got to lick the beaters, right? And it was, but you were talking about salmonella.
Yep.
From raw eggs, unpasteurized products. And when you are dealing with the public, everything should be pasteurized for food safety. So if you use some pasteurized eggs in your cookie dough. Now we got another situation. But you have to buy the pasteurized eggs from a supplier. But I believe there's a formulation on the internet that tells you how to pasteurize eggs.
Wow.
So there's things like Caesar salad dressing that has raw eggs. Holiday sauce has raw eggs. So you may want to use a pasteurized egg for that, even if it's maybe for yourself.
I didn't realize that that's how that was made. I mean, that's just, I kind of feel a little bit, like I need to go in the corner for a second because I didn't realize that.
Yeah, most people don't know this stuff.
And you could all learn this if they take your class.
Take my class coming up.
And take us through that. So is there a way, what are you recommending this holiday season for all our bacon needs?
Well, everything, of course, of refrigeration till you're ready to work with anything.
Okay.
And number one, washing your hands. As a matter of fact, next month, I want to do a segment just on hand washing.
Oh, let's do it.
And we're going to do what your daddy did with the microorganisms and show them on your hand because most people do not wash their hands properly.
No.
So we're going to go through that. Something very simple and basic.
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised.
Well, and to me, in the baking process, what's the most important thing to remember? Is it making sure it's refrigerated, washing your hands, but is it dating stuff too? If you have to pre-make something a couple of days, or
that's another segment we'll have on is dating products.
Oh, see, this is gonna.
I mean, there's so many different avenues, and I'm sure my health inspectors out there are smiling when I talk about dating things because that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. There's inspection reports that Madison County has and Jersey County. They go out and inspect the businesses. And I like to cover some of those things they talk about there's problems with. Mm-hmm. Everybody can go to Jersey County. I believe it's jerseycountyhealth.org. And they can find all of the inspection reports from different months that's there. Madison County has one also, and you can check out the different places they have been. So many of the things, this date marking you brought up is a very, very big deal.
Right.
So we know how long things last. But as far as back into baking, one of the major things in cooking anything and giving it to your public or your family is cut down the time that the food spends in the temperature danger zone.
Gotcha.
Small amount of time. Wash your hands. Keep things chilled till you're ready to work with it. Do it quickly while it's in there. Bake it. Cool it, serve it.
And so while you were just talking, this is incredible. You hit it right on the head. Jersey County has the easiest website to find that. You were talking
really
for
do.
30 seconds. I went online and clicked food and health or food safety, and boom, it was right there.
Yes, they do have. I think Madison County is a little tougher to navigate.
Yeah.
Navigate.
Navigate, navigate. It's all going to be the same. It'll all be the same by the end of the weekend,
Yeah, I know. So. But that's a good place to go to check out the places that you might want to go eat and see what their inspection report had told us.
Absolutely. So take us through the inspection report. What are they seeing in some of these?
Well, I brought a little list here. Of course, one of the number ones you always have to have is a food protection manager. Certified food protection manager. And how you get that certification, which is good for 5 years, is through me. Right?
Gotcha.
So come see me. And that is probably one of the biggest points you lose because you have to have one per shift. So if you're running 2 and 3 shifts, you better have one per shift. And they do come around and check, and it's very, very important. And everybody else has to be a food handler. Now, to get into things that they really talk about here is, your barehanded contact, sanitizing the work facilities. Whenever you go to wash dishes, make sure you sanitize the whole thing first before you start washing. Hand washing sinks, have to be proper and not near a food contact surface.
Exactly.
If there's splash guards. So there's a lot of things here that you need to go on the website and check it out too. But if you're really, really interested, start coming to my classes.
Yes. And you know, I really am so glad you brought that up because, Linda, I am so thrilled to have you here because so many people watched your segment with me on Thanksgiving and said, we need to have more of her on here. And what I want to direct people to, because it's our first segment, so we're getting to know each other and things are starting. We extended this out. We aren't ending at 11. We're ending at 11:05 because I want you to know Linda a little bit more. Oh. And I want you to tell us about how we can sign up for this newsletter. This is something not only for business owners or restaurant owners. This is for all of us.
Yes. So far, my mailing list has been coming from my students or businesses that have put students in my class. I just read a report from Ashley, my website designer at RiverBender, that she was telling me out of 1,200, only 900 got delivered. So I need more email addresses. I need correct email addresses. Love to send more to businesses. So you can send it to safefoodspecialist@gmail.com. Send me your address.
Absolutely. And we're going to make sure every time when Linda does a Food for Thought segment, we did it a little bit different this time on the 16th of December, but starting in January, the first Friday of every month, Linda's going to be here with us, taking us through some of these food safety items. And it's going to be so fun. We have a lot we're going to be growing pretty quickly here with Linda, I think.
Yes.
And we're going to have a lot of information about this, but every time we post the on-demand video of Linda's segment, it'll have the link to sign up for Linda's email list.
Oh, I like that.
And then that way we could all stay informed because this is a very serious thing.
It is.
And you and I like to have fun and joke, but you know, this could potentially save some lives too.
300,000 lives a year from food poisoning.
Really?
So people don't realize, and that's what we were trying to prevent here.
Absolutely.
Save yourself, save your family, right? And that's what we do.
Exactly. And what's the biggest takeaway when someone goes in your class for the first time? Is it almost like, wow, I didn't realize how underprepared I was, or what?
Yeah, they didn't realize how unsafe they were doing in their own home, especially if it's an individual. People who've been in the industry, they understand. And even some of my seasoned ones, like Ralph, he said, wow, I learned something today. That makes me feel good because no way is my expertise as good as Ralph and them that work in the back of the house every day. So I'm always trying to learn from them in my classes because they know much more than I do. I just know all the numbers and what they need to know to pass the exam, right? So we start out with January 9th at Johnson's Corner.
And what time?
9 to 5 is all my classes. I ask you to be there at 8:45 because I want to start promptly at 9. It's a long day.
Yeah.
And we eat our lunch usually wherever I'm hosting the class at, so you get to know their food. And I keep you captive. I don't let you go. Little smoke breaks for those smokers, but other than that, back in, half a cigarette and you're back in my room.
Really?
I know.
And to me, that's what's so cool about this is, I mean, you have such a great personality, but when it's go time in class, we're learning.
Business.
Yeah.
We're business. We got things to do. We have 80 questions to take. I want you to pass. My name is on your certificate when you get done. So if the health inspectors come around and quiz you and you don't know your stuff, guess who they're going to call? So I take it very seriously.
Yep.
My name's on that. So once you put your name on something, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, but from there, let's talk real quickly because we got to go, all right? Is that I got a new location in Clinton County called Breeze. It's in Breeze, Illinois.
Ooh, love it.
And it is the Turf Bar. I'm going to be hosting a class there Monday, January 23rd. So all you people down in that section of the woods, you need to come see me there.
Linda Petterson is on tour.
I go wherever I can. Then I'm back to one of my other home bases in Edwardsville, Joe's Pizza. Mm-hmm. Corey is a wonderful man.
Guy.
Just opened the location at Eastgate. He's got Godfrey. He's going to looking at one of Mascuda soon. So he's a very hard entrepreneur. He works his butt off, both him and his wife. So there is a Tuesday, if you can't make a Monday, January 31st.
There you go.
So that's for the month. And I've got a phone call that I didn't make yesterday. They want me to come to Granite City at the VFW, but that date isn't lined up.
But it is. But to keep our eyes out for it.
Yes, we'll talk about that January 3rd, 4th?
Let me check. Actually, we do this on the fly, Linda. It's all good. We aren't. I always tell people it's January 6th. It's that
6th.
Friday. I knew it was one of the two.
Full moon.
That's true, actually. I just looked at that. That's true.
Yeah.
That means we shouldn't be driving. I'm telling you, full moon drivers are the worst sometimes. Have you ever noticed that?
As a bartender, I could tell you about full moons.
Real? Oh, come on. All right, one last time. We have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So the newsletter. This month it was focusing on holiday baking.
Making sure you cook things up to the right. Go check it out. It's on. How do you find it on RiverBender? I meant to ask Ashley that question.
Ashley, if you're watching this show, send help. We need help. How do we find it on RiverBender? Well,
How can someone see my newsletter and I didn't send it to them?
Let's see. Well, we'll find that out right now. I'm doing it on the fly.
That's why we deal with this company. It's a one-stop shop.
It is, and it really, I mean, they really do a great job upstairs, and I love talking about it because it's not my department, so I can brag about people. I just talk on the microphone is what I tell people, but you can find that when it is posted on RiverBender. I'll go upstairs and ask Ashley, and we'll throw it up there soon.
And of course, check my webpage, safefoodspecialist.com.
And it really is a top-of-the-line website. You have all your information up to date, and your Facebook page is always accurate. I love it. And
I try, boy, and this is a difficult thing for social media, right?
Well, what I always tell people is, instead of, when they go, oh man, it seems like, it's harder for my grandma to work a flip phone. I say, okay, why don't you go back and work, one of those old calculators that are humongous and tell me how easy it is for you to work them. I mean, it's new technology and you're doing a great job with it. So
thank you.
How can people stay up to date? You have the email list, you have the website. Is there a business line that you have, or is it all done online to communicate with you?
Oh, no, you can call. I got 2 lines, right? My cell phone, 618-407-6075. Of course, texting, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I live on Piasell Creek, so I'm in a hole.
Yeah, right.
You need to call my landline. Believe it or not, I still got a landline, 618-466-9914.
And Linda can help you set up classes if you want to.
I travel. I do the state of Illinois. I've been in Springfield, Rock Island. Going to Springfield again here coming up in March.
That is fantastic. And coming up this hopefully, for many months to come,
yes,
we're going to have Linda here, and we're going to talk all about food safety, just like we did today. This is a get-to-know-you interview, a little bit of a teaser of what's to come, because all I can tell you is a lot of fun's getting ready to come your way. We're out of time. Gladys Knight is telling me to say goodbye to y'all, so that's what I'm going to do. At 11:04 on the 16th day of December, it's been a great week, and it's going to be an even better weekend. Be safe, call an Uber, and try your best just to,
keep your food safe
and stay out of jail.